What's going on, y'all? This is Omari, and today I'm going over 45 songwriting tips, techniques, and ideas from famous songwriters. If you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, and comment as well. So let's just hop right into it. I found this article a little while ago by Larry Butler and went over a bunch of tips from famous songwriters about how they get into their creative process. And pretty much there's 6 main steps you want to have when you're thinking about writing your next song. Number 1 is preparation, 2, inspiration, 3, creative drama, 4, words first or music first, 5, writer's room, and then 6, aftermath. So you can take notes during this. You can take the tips that you like, leave the ones that you don't. There's 45 of them, so some of these have to be helpful, so just make sure you watch till the end. All right, so the first section is preparation. Before the writing can begin, there's got to be a certain amount of preparation, which can vary wildly depending on what type of artist you are. So Don Henley says, I'm always jotting things down on pieces of paper. I've got pieces of paper all over my house. David Brin says, I don't have any agenda or plan when I start writing stuff. Lucinda Williams says, I write first for myself as a therapeutic process to get stuff out and to deal with it. Jackson Brown says, I used to write extra verses to other people's songs that I liked. That led to writing my own songs. Lincoln Park says, at first we were waiting for a new sound. Then we got tired of waiting, so we did it ourselves. And Bruce Springsteen says, I think you have everything you need by the time you're 18 to do interesting writing. Maybe by 12. So that covers the first step of the preparation of writing your song. The second step is the inspiration behind writing your song. Tom Waits says it's like nature photography. You sit there watching for 3 days and then it happens. Billy Gibbons says inspiration can come from the most unlikely places. Keep your head on and your ears open. Melissa Etheridge. Other songwriters went on to say, my songs are inspired by my experiences. Sometimes they are more than my real life, and conversely, my life is more than just my songs. A lot of times songs are very much a moment. When they come to you, you write them down, no matter if you feel like it or not. That one was by Mick Jagger. Songwriting isn't something that I do or command. It just happens. I can either choose to stop and acknowledge it, or put it off and hope that it won't fade. And Chris Martin says, I don't expect people to understand where songs come from, because I don't understand either. I have a song, A Sky Full of Stars. I had the title for a long time. I had written 7 other songs with this title, but none of them were right. Then one day the song just came through in one go. I don't know who or what inspired the song, and I don't really want to question it. So the next section is creative drama. Once inspired, then there's the songwriter's emotional mood, the creative drama, if you will, that comes into play. By and large, it would appear from the quotes that I found that being upset and depressed is a great resource for songwriting. Adele says heartbreak can definitely give you a deeper sensibility for writing songs. I drew on a ton of heartbreak when I was writing my first album. I didn't mean to, but I just did. Eminem says if there's not drama and negativity in my life, all my songs would be really whack and boring. Gwen Stefani says my songs are basically my diaries. Some of my best songwriting has come out of a time when I've gone through a personal nightmare. Taylor Swift says I've only thought about songwriting as a way to help me get through love and loss and sadness and loneliness growing up. Other songwriters went on to say you could write a song about some kind of emotional problem you were having, but it would not be a good song in my eyes until it went through a period of sensitivity to a moment of clarity. Without that moment of clarity to contribute to the song, it's just complaining. I've always spent more time with a smile on my face than not, but the thing is, I don't write about it. That was by Robert Smith. And John Lennon says, songwriting is about getting the demon out of me. It's like being possessed. You try to go to sleep, but the song won't let you. You have to get up and make it into something, and then you're allowed to sleep. The next section is words first or music first. So the inspiration is struck, and we've settled into our creative drama. Now we gotta decide the age-old question, the words or the melody. So Bob Dylan says, I consider myself a poet first and a musician second. Hozier says, sometimes you just kind of collect lyrical and musical ideas and don't actually complete the song until you feel like they work together and have a home. Other songwriters went on to say, I write the lyrics last because I want to invent the music first and push the music to a level that I have to compete against it with the melody and lyrics. Sometimes songwriters and singers get a melody in their head and the notes will take precedence, so that they wind up forcing words onto a melody it doesn't ring true. All of my songs are written with the same 4 chords. That says a lot about the value of musicianship in writing hit songs. That was Rod Stewart. Steven Tyler says, great melody over great riffs is, to me, the secret of it all. And Everybody Loves a Shuffle by Larry Butler. The 5th one is The Writer's Room. So, time to get down to like the business of writing songs, and that happens, whatever room you're picking to write this in. So, the writing process for me is pretty much always the same. It's a solitary experience. That was Sheryl Crow. James Taylor says, there'll come a writing phase where you have to spend the time, unplug the phone, and put in the hours to get it done. Grace Potter says, every single song I write has to feel like it has a beginning, middle, and end, like a movie or a short story. Paul McCartney says, the trick is to go off on your own and finish it. Separate yourself from others. Toilets are good for that. Other songwriters in this section went on to say, when I start writing songs and it turns into an overly labored intellectual process, I just throw it out. Songwriting is like working on a jigsaw puzzle, and it doesn't make any sense until you find that last piece. It has to make sense or it doesn't work. Jason Mraz says, the easiest songs to write are pure fiction. There's no limit to how you can tell the story. I have so many opinions about everything, it just comes out during my music. It's a battle for me. I try not to be preachy, that's a real danger. That was Neil Young. Sting says, I don't write the first line of a song, I write backwards from the chorus, line or hook to come up with it. If it takes you longer than like 10 to 30 minutes to write a song, it's probably not a good song. That was Lady Gaga. Smokey Robinson says, I always try to write a song, I never just want to write a record. Sometimes the song title comes with the songs, other times you just sort of make something up afterwards. Van Morrison says, you take stuff from different places and sometimes you stick a line in because it rhymes, not because it makes sense. Lily Allen says, I think my songs are like nursery rhymes, little ditties that I write for myself. Prince says, attention to detail, like the right words and notes in the right places. That makes the difference between a good song and a great song. And then the last one for this section is Pete Townsend. I'm not writing songs about me, I'm writing songs about you. And the last section, guys, is the aftermath. So how do songwriters live with the reactions to their creativity after the song is done? Stevie Nicks says, people try to find deep, hidden meanings in my songs. Actually, they're just songs. Dave Grohl says, you can sing your song to 85,000 people and they'll sing it back to you for 85,000 different reasons. Banks says, I never judge my own songwriting. It's just my heart. What's there to judge about your own heart? Vince Gill says, the funny thing is, people's perceptions of what a song is about is usually wrong a majority of the time, but they're still going to read what they want into it. And then lastly, Ed Sheeran says, writing a new song, finishing a new song is the best feeling in the world. Nothing compares to it. So there you have it. There's 6 steps to writing a great song from 45 different songwriters here. So if you like this video, you think it's helpful, make sure you share it with a friend. Subscribe to this channel for more tips on music promotion and marketing strategies and songwriting and everything that's going to help you be successful in your music career. And also give this a like and a comment as well. I'll see you guys in the next video.